What's up, guys? Here to take a first look at the Axial SCX10 II. This rig has been put together by my brother-in-law, Shane, and he brought it over to let us take a look at it. Really nice choice on the paint. You notice he hasn't finished up the grill. Some of the finishing touches aren't on there quite yet, but for the most part it's good to go. This is the first time this rig has been outdoors on the ground. I believe he stayed up till really early in the morning getting this thing buttoned up. So let's take off the lid and look a little bit deeper inside to see what all has changed on this newer model. So we still have the twin C-rail chassis. Apart from that, there's a lot of differences in here. The rails themselves have a little bit different geometry, but as you look, you have the icon shocks. This particular kit, as it was put together, was the Rock Beast tires were put on. Now in this build, it doesn't have the little Nova foams. Those are on order, so he's going to be putting those in pretty soon and probably switching over to some different bead locks. This battery mount design is something I wanted to point out. Front center, just a beautiful spot to have that battery. It's probably what one of the most optimal spots for that battery. I recommended that he go ahead and go with the 2200 size 3S pack, which he did, and it fits perfect in there. The chassis mounted servo you can see up front. That's a HiTec 7950. A little shot of the steering under there that we'll get a closer look at here. So with the chassis mounted servo and the 3-link, you get a nice shot here of how the new steering, as well as a good shot of the underbody with the actual links connecting in. Just really sharp looking rig. With the electronics here, he did go with Castle Mamba Max Pro, a Tekin ROC412 motor, 3100 kV. Of course, running a BEC as well for the 7950. Looking on the underbelly of this, you can see the new axles pretty clearly. Really nice touch with the red on the actual covers for the axle, the differentials there, as well as some of the link mounts having that red as well. It gives it a nice little touch. And just look at the scale features there as Tigger jumps into frame to kind of show off a little bit there. Really nice looking underbelly on this new rig. One of the things that we'll see as we move through the video is the bumpers on this unit, as well as the body, and we'll come back to that a little bit later, are at a size and a scale that really gives it a realistic appearance. Now here's a still shot. Look at the links and the extra width towards the end as they taper out, and the actual rod ends are very sturdy on this unit, and I'm really impressed with what they did there. As well as some of the scale pieces here, including the hitch on the back, nice touch, good side rails. I love the area on the sides where you can actually mount. I typically set up saddle packs or spots on each side where I can mount my batteries, but it's kind of neat how they did that, and then allowed you to mount your battery in the front center as they did on this unit. Icon shocks look really good. I just don't know how long he's probably going to keep those on here. Probably going to go with some Proline scalar shocks real soon. Now again, looking at it with the body, I just want you to look at how scale this unit really looks. I told him to go with the Rock Beast, and there's a reason for that. I believe the Rock Beast at this size just look perfect with this body. Gives it a nice realistic look, not overstated, and it should provide a good amount of challenge. The Rock Beast are some of the best tires out there, but they're not oversized like some of the TSL, XL, and other similar tires that are really tall 1.9s that give you a little bit of an advantage. So I think the look that he was going for here with kind of a scale yet tough look was achieved. But we're going to look at this unit actually with a different body just to see what it would look like. And keep in mind, we didn't change the bumpers out, so this is going to look a little bit different. But I want you to focus not so much on the bumpers, but the body itself. So here's a little Rubicon JK body that I had. It painted a while back and it ran a few times. You guys haven't seen it much, in a couple of videos though. And if you don't really focus on the bumpers, but just look at it, really looks good on this rig. Now it's sitting on top of the body post, so it would be dropped down a little bit. It looks like the body mounts are a little wider on this unit. But aside from the bumpers just being kind of outplaced, way out farther than they should be, the thing that we noticed was the body on the SCX10 II is actually just larger overall in scale than this. While this looks good to us, and keep in mind if it was dropped down a little bit, it would, and the bumpers were corrected or just swapped out, it would look a little better. But the thing that we noticed is setting the bodies side by side, you really see how much bigger, and it kind of reminds me of the Vitara Ascender, how when you look at that body on that the Blazer of that Vitara Ascender, it's just a big body, and it's a similar thing here. So I think they really went for a scale appearance from what I can tell, and hit the mark. Now you might just be thinking, well, it's just a bigger body, but overall the geometry of the chassis along with the body and everything together is really what gives it that scale appearance. Now this video, we're just focusing on the looks of the units. You'll see the running coming up in the next video, so please stay tuned for that. We'll give you a good look at how this thing performs. Thanks for watching. What's up, guys? Smile, y'all are on camera. Can you wave to the camera? Can you wave to the camera? Y'all want to come stand in front of the trucks over here? Stand over here and look at the trucks. And I can put you on YouTube. Will just, okay. Will, this is a perfect shot right here.
I couldn't get those SSD or